Okay, Wildcat. So we're looking at Thursday, March 7th, add and subtract rational expressions, part 1. That's going to be on page 50. If you would, update your table of contents. Okay, now your table of contents are updated. Let's take a look at our notes. All right. Let me move the camera over there. All right, good. Add and subtract rational expressions on page 50. Add and subtract rational expression steps. Step 1. Factor the denominator or denominators. Step 2, find the common denominator and multiply by a special one. Step 3, simplify the numerator. Step 4, factor the numerator and divide out common factors. All right, if you would, update your notes. All right, now your notes are updated. Let's take a look at the examples. All right, example 1. Now, you'll notice that the camera's not very good. Now it's much better. All right. That here, the denominators are the same, so you just add the numerator. So 1 plus 2 is 3 divided by 2. Okay. Now here, when the denominators aren't the same, it's a little bit more complicated. So here we have 2/5, but you have to understand what makes 15. Okay. So in that case, we know that 15 is equivalent to 3 times 5. So if we multiply this 5 by 3, we'll have a common denominator. But this is where the special one comes into place. So here we have 2/5, and we want to multiply that 5 by 3, but we have to multiply the fraction 2/5 by 3 over 3 because 3 divided by 3 is a special 1. Okay? And we know that anything times 1 is itself, so we can multiply this by 3 over 3 plus 7/15. Okay, I've run out of room there, so I'll come over here. All right, so 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 5 is 15. Plus 7/15. Now they have the same denominator. We can add the numerators. So 6 plus 7 is 13, so that's 13 divided by 15. It appears the sun has come out, so let me adjust the camera light a little bit. I apologize, it's all the sun's fault. All right, and let me close the blinds just a hair. And that sound was me knocking over stuff. That's okay, it got too dark. Bam. Now we have just the amount of light, not right. All right, so same thing here. We need to, actually in this one we're going to do slightly different, okay? Now here 12 can be written as 3 times 4, okay, minus 3, and 8 can be written as 2 times 4. Now I'm working this out slightly different so you can understand how to factor the denominator and numerators. Now here we have 2 times 4, we need a 3. Here we have 3 times 4, we need a 2. So we're going to multiply this by 2 over 2 and this by 3 over 3. So 11 times 2 is 22. And this is why we factor the denominators, because now 3 times 4 is 12 times 2 is 24. Minus 3 times 3 is 9. Divided by 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 3 is 24. Now the denominators are the same. We can subtract. So 22 minus 9 is 13. So that's 13 divided by 24. Okay. All right. Now let's take a look. We'll finish up examples 1 and 2 and 3. All right, now let's take a look at example 4. Now here, they have the same denominator, so we just add the numerators. So 2x plus 3x is 5x, and negative 3 plus 4 is positive 1, divided by 4x minus 1, and you're done. Very simple. Okay. Now, example 5, same denominator, so we subtract. But it's a little different because when we subtract, we have to subtract the whole thing. So minus, parentheses, 5x plus 3. And that's all divided by 4x plus 5. Now, when you minus polynomial, you have to multiply by negative 1. So that's nothing we can do with the 3x minus 4. But negative 1 times 5 is negative 5x. And negative 1 times 3 is a negative 3. All divided by 4x plus 5. Now we combine terms. So 3x minus 5x and negative 4 minus 3 divided by 4x plus 5. So 3x minus 5x is negative 2x, and negative 4 minus 3 is negative 7, divided by 4x plus 5, and you're done. All right, so finish up example 4 and 5. All right, now let's take a look at examples 6 and 7. All right, now examples 6 and 7 get a little complicated. What we first need to do is factor the denominator. So here we have x minus 1 divided by, to factor that, it's 2 parentheses. X and x make x squared. Now we need to find all the combinations that multiply to give you 2, combined to be 3. So 1 times 2 is 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. That combination works, so we know our factors are x plus 1, x plus 2, plus x divided by x plus 1. Now, we have to have this common denominator, so we need to multiply by a special 1. Well, this denominator needs x plus 2, so we're going to multiply by x plus 2 divided by x plus 2. Now the denominators are the same. We combine the numerator, or simplify the numerator. So we have x minus 1, and we multiply the x, so plus x times x is x squared. Put a 1 there. X times 2 is plus 2x, divided by x plus 1 times x plus 2. Okay. So now we simplify. So we have 1x squared. And I mark them out as I use them. We have a 1x and 2x as plus 3x minus 1. Divided by x plus 1, x plus 2. Now, the last step is to factor the numerator. So to see if this is factorable, we find all the combinations to make negative 1 combined to be 3. So negative 1 times 1 is negative 1. Negative 1 plus 1 is 0. That's the only combination. It doesn't work, so the numerator is not factorable, so you are done. Okay, so finish up example 6. All right, let's take a look at example 7. Okay, so here we factor the denominators. There's nothing we can do on this one, so we just have x times x plus 3 minus 18. Here, this is easy to factor because it's the difference of squares, so it's x plus 3, x minus 3. Now, this denominator has x minus 3. This one needs it, so we're going to multiply it by x minus 3 divided by x minus 3. Now we simplify the numerator, so x times x is 1x squared. X times negative 3 is negative 3x minus 18 divided by x plus 3x minus 3. Now, the last step is to factor the numerator. So we need to find all the combinations that make negative 13 and combine to be negative 3. So negative 1 times 18 is negative 18. Negative 1 plus 18 is negative 17. That doesn't work. Okay, negative 2 times 9 is negative 18. And negative 2 plus 9 is 7. That doesn't work. Negative 3 times 6 equals negative 18. Negative 3 plus 6 is 3. We have the 3, but it's wrong sign, so you switch the sign. So 3 times negative 6 equals negative 18. And 3 minus 6 is negative 3. So our factors are x plus 3, x minus 6. So this is x plus 3 times x minus 6 divided by x plus 3 divided by x minus 3. And you can see here that x plus 3 divided by x plus 3 is 1. So it simplifies to be x minus 6 divided by x minus 3. All right, so if you would, got a little dark there, I don't know why. Go ahead and finish up your examples, start working on your assignment, and have a wonderful Wildcat